Welcome back everyone, Maverick here, and today we are continuing our playthrough of Super Mario Bros. 3 for the regular Nintendo with World 5, the Sky, or the Sky Land, depending on the version you're playing. Now we're not in the sky yet, we're still on the ground, but once we get to that spiral tower over there on the far right, that will be our conduit into the sky, so let's work our way over there. Now, the land part of World 5 is considerably easier than the sky part. We got this new enemy here. It looks like a little onion that tries to jump up and bite you. I don't actually know what it is, if it's an onion or not. And you can kind of float your way over to the end here. There's a whole bunch of maybe onions in between where we floated and the end of the level. Now, don't get comfortable though, because World 5 is not an easy world. You know, I said World 4 was way too easy in my opinion. Not the case with World 5. It is very deserving of being a second half of the game world as far as difficulty goes. See, I had to time that jump. If you don't time that jump, you fall down to what I would consider a harder route for this level. This top route's not so bad. Just a bunch of Goombas and hills to go over. Nothing really getting in our way here. If you go on the bottom route, there's a bunch of those, like, I forget their name, they're beetles, something beetle, and they throw those ice blocks at you, and it's just a ton of them chunking blocks, so try to avoid going that way if you can. Now this mushroom house right here, guaranteed Tanooki suit. Get excited. Doesn't matter which one we pick, we're getting our Tanooki. Guess I need to check our inventory. If that's the fourth row, we're running kind of tight. 1, 2, 3, 4. What can I get rid of here? Can use an anchor. We don't really need that. As rare and prestigious as it is, we don't really need it. Alright, we can use a star too on one of these Hammer Bros. Have a star? Yeah. Sometimes you just use a star to get a star, which is always a little disappointing. Oh, another P-Wing. You know, we don't really use those either. I guess I could start using some of them. Alright, on to the fortress. Look at this bubbling lava. Now be careful, the fortresses in World 5 are all tricky. All of them, including this one. Be nice to have that Tanooki suit to get rid of those menacing disco ball things. Look at this. That was tricky. Now you got 3 enemies to manage here. You got the disco ball, the ghost, and the thwomp. Oh man, I managed 2 of them. Oh man, I almost caught that disco ball there. Okay, now this is tricky. You don't want to have your jump too high on approach because that will activate him. You want to go low, activate him as late in the jump as possible. Alright, and it's a familiar face. Our good friend, Boom Boom. How you doing, Boom Boom? He's so used to getting bopped by us, it's almost a joke at this point. But we'll see him again in World 5. Now, I'm not going to stop on this because we've got 44 lives and, well, we just don't need them. But I will use a star and take out these Hammer Bros. Like I said, star for a star. That's just the way it goes sometimes. Alright, what is World 3? Level 3. I don't remember this level. Oh, I remember it now. This is a cool level because you can get a little green shoe. Oh, I want that. You know, you see how I hit that leaf and then I had the opportunity to get hit? If you make a leaf pop up, oh, there he is, and then you get hit, and you go small, and then you pick up the leaf, it actually doesn't give you the raccoon form. It just makes you go into like a Super Mario. Oh, I was using so much of my focus to talk about. Okay, I really would like to get that. He keeps jumping. Look at this. He's caught in like a loop. There he goes. Okay. Oh, I didn't get him. This is ridiculous. Come on, man. You have to get under. I'm about to give up on this. This is okay. I gotta give up. Anyways, you can fit inside that shoe, and then you can like hop on top of spikes, hop on top of these, whatever those black things are down there. It's more important in later levels, not a big deal in this level. Now, if there's ever a space separated by just one Mario length like these, you can run across them without having to jump. It's convenient, but watch out because they'll put a little 2 width in there, or they'll make it to where, oh goodness, something like this happens. They'll put a hole there for you to fall down that's 2 lengths wide, and sometimes that will get you. I've fallen into that many times. Don't fall for that trick, literally and figuratively. Alright, so I think we're on to the Spiral Castle now. Oh, we've got the matching game. Matching game's a little bit dangerous. We've only got 2 slots in our inventory. I don't want to waste it with like a mushroom. I might just try to fail. Of course, when I'm trying to fail this, I get the match. Alright, see, I do not want a mushroom, so I'm going to pick something I know isn't a mushroom. There we go. Okay. Spiral on. I guess it's a spiral castle because it's spiraling upwards. That's the only explanation I have. It's the only spiral thing in the spiral castle in the game. Okay, that is a little tricky right there. Gotta time your jumps just right. And you'll start to see more of that as we get into higher difficulties. Starting with World 5, is that there are a lot more jumps that you have to not just be able to do, but you have to finesse. You have to time. It's not all about being able to do it, it's about when to do it. Alright. This level, or I guess castle, doesn't have a traditional ending. We're just gonna like jump into a tunnel at the end and it will spit us out. It's a very uncharacteristic way to end a level in this game. You'll see what I mean. I think it's coming up. Hit this, go up the vine, and this is it. This is the exit. Spit you out a tunnel into the sky. So now we're in the sky part of the sky land, World 5. This is probably the more challenging and more characteristic of the name of this world area. So level 4. Oh, and you can, since this is World 5, and World 5 and World 6, you can summon the treasure ship on this on any level if you get your coins at a multiple of 11 and the tens digit of your score to match the digit of your multiple 11, you can summon it. And level 5, we'll get there soon, is the, what's it called, the white mushroom house level, 28 coins. First we got to deal with level 4. I'm getting ahead of myself. Alright, we got these wind things. Does that one stop? You never know if they stop or not. That's a challenging jump. Thank goodness I had the raccoon tail. See, that one stops, thank goodness. Alright, they didn't make that too painful. They gave us a new mechanism, but they made the level pretty short. They did put a Lakitu at the end. Kind of cheap, trying to get us right at the end. Alright, level 5. We're going to go for all 28 coins. Well, I guess there's 29 coins technically, because there's a coin block that you can hit twice. But you need 28 coins at least to get the white mushroom house. And you know, is it a P-Wing? Yeah, I think it's a P-Wing on this world, so if we don't get it, it's not the end of the world. So this is the tunnel we'll go in later, but save it for the very end. Because if you do save it till the very end, you'll be able to get this coin block over here twice. Now skip that coin if that if this Goomba is being threatening, because once he gets those little small Goombas on you, you can't jump. Alright, Flame Chomp. Flame Chomps are annoying. They will be a recurring theme in this world as we get farther. Alright, get that coin. So we've gotten 18 coins. It's like, where are we going to get the rest? Oh, they're all in that tunnel. Alright, now you do have to make this jump. Made easy by the fact that we have a raccoon tail. Go. Oh, see, that doesn't matter because we're about to get a Tanooki suit. Now the important thing though is when you go down this tunnel, don't touch left or right. And you'll get all those coins right there. Collect your Tanooki. Come on over, Tanooki. Boom. Gotcha. So now we've got 28 coins. We just have to get out of here alive. But what I was saying is you can actually get this 29th coin by hitting it again, which is kind of weird that you can get it twice. But if you need that last coin, there it is. Take advantage of it. Now we're at 50 lives. Totally unnecessary, but cool to have that many. Okay, now do we even want to go to the White Mushroom House? I mean, I guess we can, but we're going to have to start using some P-Wings. Alright, Toad. Give us that P-Wing. Now, one of the two mushroom houses on this map, and I think it's the one above us, has a chance for a Tanooki suit. So, let's see if it's this one. Fire Flower. I guess we're, no way to tell if that was it or not, but with my luck, that was probably the one. Alright, let's do level 6 first. Oh, it's a scroll level. These are always tough. Now, this is another name, like, it's called something beetle. I don't know the name of it, though. Anyways, if you land on them, they will drift up, like this. Give you a better jumping angle. Now, because I have the Tanooki suit on, I don't really need to be on these things. Probably actually making my job a little bit more difficult by jumping on them. But if you don't have a raccoon suit or Tanooki suit or super leaf, whatever you want to call these things, you will need to ride on those beetles. Alright, Flame Chomp. God, I hate that thing. That's not even his most annoying appearance in this world. Believe it or not. And they keep putting Lakitus at the very end. Why? Alright, so we do have to be careful here because look, we've got a full inventory and our last thing is a Fire Flower. So if we go in here, it's going to replace our Fire Flower. Do we go in? I guess we do. If I get a mushroom though, I'm going to snap. Well, we traded our Fire Flower for a leaf. I'll actually take that. I'll take that, sure. Alright, level 7. Not a scroll level, so it's instantly going to be easier than level 6, right? Whoa. Now, again, I don't want to lose my Tanooki suit to something silly like a jumping block. Can you imagine? Oh! There's got to be irony in that. Talking about losing my Tanooki suit to something silly and then losing it to something silly. How disappointing. That's okay though. That gives us a chance to blow through some inventory here. What do we want? I would love to use a frog suit. They actually just make the gameplay even harder if it's not the correct level for one. You know what? I'm going to use a super leaf. I can't remember what this fortress. Oh. Now, if you don't have a super leaf, this is tough. Look at that bubbling lava, too. This whole level is bubbling lava. Now, the key here is to go be patient, because look at that. Fireballs come from the ceiling. Look at that. How sinister is that? Oh, and they'll catch you off guard, too. Now, look at this. This one's not even on a jump, and there's a fireball there. Okay, now, there's a fireball coming up here, but you need to get this. Well, you don't need to. But it'd be easier if you get this star. There's a random ghost here. I'm not sure why. Okay, now the star's out, so go back to being very slow. Oh, I did a blind jump there. I didn't wait. That was risky. Now there's going to be one right here where they're coming from, below and above. How sinister is this fortress? Okay, get us to Boom Boom. I've never wanted to see Boom Boom more. Okay, you see this stupid jump right here where you could like fall into the lava? I've died there so many more times than I have any business dying there. You think, oh, who's gonna jump into that? Well, me and many other people. It'll get you. Okay, I'm so glad to see Boom Boom. Someone we know how to beat up. Tried and true method. Not fireballs coming out of the ceiling. Okay. Got another chance to use a star here. So let's do it. Boom. Boom. What do we get? Okay, well, another thing we don't need, but at least we get to listen to some tunes. I love this song. Alright, level 8. What you got? What is level 8? Oh, I know, there's a Lakitu that's coming up. I know this level, and he'll get you too. I was gonna say, there's something about the timing where you have to slow down eventually. I was thinking it, I didn't do it though. Well, if nothing else, we're gonna get to power up and use some of our inventory. Alright, up to 51 lives. I don't know what we're gonna do with all those. I wish you could cash them in for exchange for a Tanooki suit. Okay, what are we gonna use? You know what? I'm gonna use a mushroom. When else are we gonna have a chance to use a mushroom? Suddenly I'm wishing I had used a super leaf. This looks like a level that could use it. And I'll tell you why. It's because, I mean, these jumps are, difficult, sure, but what's going to be extra difficult is here in a minute, a flame chomp's going to show up, and he's going to make our day terrible. There he is. There he is. No, that's not the last of him. There's another one coming around the corner, and that one's even more bothersome. Where are you? Yeah, see how he's hiding below us? I don't even go for him. I mean, you can, but the problem is you have to jump so far back to your platform that you really need a super leaf to do it comfortably. So I just dodged that last flame chomp if I don't have a leaf. Alright, now we're at the castle. We've done the white mushroom shop. We've beaten every level. I want to try to beat this castle with a Tanooki suit. We've got 2 of them. And the reason I want to do it is because if you beat the castle / ship with the Tanooki suit intact, you get special dialogue at the end from the king. This king is a bird, flapping around the throne room, probably crapping everywhere. Toad's having to work overtime to pick it all up. He wants his human king back. We're going to try to make that happen. Alright, now this is Roy Koopa's ship. He's not as hard as Wendy. I think Wendy is still the hardest Koopa that we faced, in my opinion. His ship's actually not that hard either. So World 5 difficulty, I would say, is a step up, but this ship is not a step up for whatever reason. Now you can hop up on top of this gray thing and try to bounce over to the top of that one, but I find it, because you can't see yourself up there, it gets pretty tricky actually to not run into the cannonballs. Now I will stay up here and jump over to this one. Okay, you can't really see yourself up here either, not yet, but you will be able to. There you can see his feet. Alright, so just dodge all these. Oh shoot, that was not, I did not mean to fall down there in front of that thing. Okay. Okay, Roy, you ready to rumble? Yeah, he's ready. Looks like he's got sunglasses on or something. Oh, I barely got that jump in. Now we're gonna get some special dialogue from the king because we've got our Tanooki suit on. Check this out, this is pretty cool. Nice little Easter egg. You get different dialogue for the frog suit and the Hammer Bro suit too. Thank you, kind raccoon. Please tell me your name. Well, 1, you assumed our species because we're not a raccoon, we're a raccoon dog. And 2, my name's Mario. Okay, greetings. Be careful in the ice world. The creatures trapped in the ice will come to life if warmed. I have enclosed a jewel that will do absolutely nothing for you, Princess Toadstool. How kind of you, Princess. Alright, next time we'll do the Ice World World 6. But that's it for now, y'all. Take it easy, and I'll see y'all next time.